Good morning and welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host Vegetable Bread, and we're going to be diving in and playing some Ascension 20, Slay the Spire. I think probably later on I'll switch to Hearthstone, but there's nobody watching right now, so who am I even announcing this to? Let's get started with Silent. He's next up in the rotation. We can upgrade a card that's probably Neutralize. Get Nia's Lament. Curse for a rare relic is quite good. Or Starting Relic for a random boss relic. These are actually all pretty viable. Nia's Lament is probably best on Silent. Rare relics are always quite good, assuming there's an early shop. Boss relic is viable on Silent, and upgrading a card I think is probably the weakest. It's good though. Like, it's much better than, like, card reward or, like, getting, like, 7 health for a random rare card or something. It's, like, one of the better options, but it's probably the worst to use for. There's no early shop, so I think the curse option is out. So it's either Nia's Lament or the random boss relic, which is a little bit disappointing, because those are the, you didn't make it to the boss options. It doesn't look like there's a super good snipe available. We would probably go on this left route with the 3 question marks, but then, like, it's fairly likely that one of those is a fight, so we don't actually get to snipe this elite. So I guess what I'm saying is Nia's Lament also kind of weak. Could trade out for a boss relic. It's kind of a high variance play. Since Nia's Lament is available and we have a theoretical chance at a snipe, I think we'll go for that. We would go for, like, a boss relic if, like, we were forced to take 4 fights and none of the other options were super good. The boss relic is usually an energy relic, so you can have a lot easier time with those early hallway fights. But that's not the situation, so we'll take Nia's Lament. Go left. I guess I'll take this question mark. If it's, like, Bloody Idol, we want to get it before the fight. I almost just ended my turn like I was a defect. Does not work. I'll take a dagger throw. Sure. Might be able to afford this, given that we took Nia's Lament. We are taking a shop later. Doubt's pretty bad, though, so I think I disagree. Cunning Potion and Finisher are friends. Finisher pushes the deck in a shiv direction, though, and I really don't like being pushed in a shiv direction. But I do like taking damage, so I guess I'll grab it. Who's the boss here? Finish is a good card to break Slime Boss, so I don't mind it. Alright, we've gotten through 2 of the question marks with no fight. If I'd taken the money for... If I'd taken the Serpent option, I'd be able to remove that card now. Go ahead and remove a strike. We've got a couple of attacks now, so... Alright, we managed to get a snipe. We got 2 strikes removed, which is a little bit too much. But this fight is free, so hopefully we'll be able to get another attack here. Ooh, Strike Demi. Remove 2 strikes, get a Strike Demi. That's the way of the world sometimes. Alright, so these are all skills, but we can take a skill because we know the next fight isn't Gremlin Mob. So we can take a dodge and roll or a deflect. With Finisher, it seems like we want to, like, draw a bunch of cards, have a bunch of 0-cost attacks, and Finisher people. And deflect sort of goes along with that plan. Dagger throw also. So I think I'll play along for now. It doesn't cost much to take deflect over dodge and roll. Dodge and roll is generally a better card, but we'll see if this plan pans out. We're pretty full health, so we can afford to upgrade here. It seems like we're sort of trusting Finisher to win the game for us, so we'll upgrade that. This is our scaling for the moment. Alright. That's about as good of a finisher as we can get with this deck, so I think we probably Shiv Potion and wake him up. Pretty brutal wake up. I don't know if I've ever gotten that much damage. 34. We might be able to kill him next turn if we get like a really good draw. Let's see, what's our best draw? It's like we dagger throw and then neutralize, strike, finisher. So that's 9 damage from the dagger throw, 9 damage from the strike. That's 18 plus 3 is 21 plus another 24. So we could easily get lethal next turn if we get finisher. So let's go ahead and invest a strike and increase the chances of getting lethal. Alright, let's look for finisher. No. We actually got lethal anyway. Apparently just 3 strikes was lethal. Okay. Kneel ticket. Okay, what are we doing here? So, reflex is an option. We could, we have a dagger throw and a survivor. So we could theoretically grab reflex. If we're trying to do 0 cost attacks and finisher, then drawing cards is really good. This is also a pretty early reflex. And we've got kind of a thin deck because we removed 2 strikes already. Also, of the Reflex Tactics package, Reflex is by far the more powerful one. The extra energy is sometimes useful. It's useful if you're like trying to build a big skewer or something, but often Reflex is the better portion. It feels like I'm trying to talk myself into making a mistake, though. Infinite Blades helps Finisher 2. Gets you a little bit of damage every turn. It's generally pretty weak, though, without like a kunai or shuriken, obviously. Kunai and shuriken makes every attack better, basically. Like if we get a hovering kite and an upgraded reflex and like some other discard stuff, we're in like really good shape. That's kind of, you have to live a dream though to get that. We've done our 2 elite fights, that's all we're getting. So we don't really have to be afraid of anything for the rest of the act. And in fact, we've only done 2 of our easy pool fights. So one of these fights up here will be an easy pool one. We're probably going to take 2 fights so we can go to this shop. We heal when we go to the shop. So we want to go there, but we want to go there with money. And we get money from these fights. Unless this is, you know, we already saw the Serpent event, but this could be like Shrine of Gold or whatever. I feel like Finisher already has me out on a limb a little bit. So taking a further sort of speculative card seems dangerous, but I think I'll try it. Okay, Warpaint's great. We got an upgrade reflex, that's a critical upgrade. Let's smith here. We're pretty much playing Dagger Throw every time we see it, but I still think the upgrade is neutralize here. That extra weak stack, really important for Slime Boss. Okay, this is our last easy pool fight. Looks like we can probably kill one with Finisher. So let's break the other one. So this is going to do 16 damage so we can kill the other one, and then let's block. Take one. Wow. Catalyst, footwork, and flying me. Well, the zero cost stuff wants me to pick flying me. Zero cost attack stuff. Catalyst is usually something Silent decks are eventually desperate for. We have Reflex Plus and Finisher Plus. I think we're going a different direction with this one. And then Footwork is super good with the Deflect, basically. But Footwork is also just like a fantastic card. This is a tough one. So like if you pick Footwork, you want to get like lots of backflips with this deck, right? So that we can draw a bunch of zero cost attacks, play them, and then play Finisher. Backflips also help me like draw Finisher really reliably. Draw Reflex and discard it. Yeah, I think I'll go with Footwork here. It's sort of the best compromise between like it's a really good card and also it fits the deck archetype. Where like Catalyst is probably the best card, Flying Me probably best fits the archetype. Footwork kind of splits the difference. These are all pickable though, I would never skip here. I think Explosive Potion is pretty important. This is going to be a hard pool fight, so it could be a Gang of Slimes. We won't have Explosive Potion for that. And I think Power Potion's probably just better than Speed Potion here. Although we do have Deflect, so Speed Potion can have some pretty insane value. We'll skip it. Speaking of Gang of, here's a gang. Probably want to kill either Mad Gremlin or Gremlin Wizard with the Finisher this turn. I'm probably going to use the Explosive Pot to get there. Let's assume that we're going to kill Gremlin Wizard this turn. Because the Deflect like basically blocks out the Mad Gremlin. So then we can put Dagger Throw into the Shield Gremlin, Neutralize into the Sneaky Gremlin, Explosive Pot all, and Finisher to kill the Gremlin Wizard. And then Footwork Defend for the rest of the energy. Okay, so let's see what the Dagger Throw draws, if that changes the plan. Nope. Great. Should be the fight, yeah. Well, Blade Dance does the thing. Playing lots of attacks. Man, these are all pickable. Once again, super good card reward. Deflect does the thing where we scale our decks and draw a bunch of cards. Blade Dance does the thing where we play a bunch of attacks and then Finisher. Backstab does the thing where we play a bunch of attacks and Finisher. Then also it's like probably the best card. Tough choice. Second Deflect, I think, might be an overcommitment, considering we don't have any card draw other than Reflex. We are about to go to a shop, which heals us basically to full. Maybe we should take the Backstab. It's a nice, high-quality card. I'm worried about going to the shop and seeing, like, Kunai or Shuriken and being like, ooh, can't buy that this run. We really need it. But this seems like a deck that wants to jump on people on turn one, and Backstab helps us do that. Okay, no Kunai or Shuriken, so that's good. We've got another shot at Blade Dance and Infinite Blades. Could take a Dagger Spray or remove a card. If we removed a card, we might remove a Defend. We picked a Deflect, so it's not like we totally lost out on defensive options, so we got Footwork. And Strikes are abnormally good because we have Strike Dummy. Also, we already removed 2. I could take a Cultist Potion, a Blade Dance. Oh, we can't quite afford that. Cultist Potion is pretty busted. It seems like the slime fight is both long enough for that to pay off and dangerous enough for silent decks that it might be worth it. Well, if we're doing that, we don't get to do anything else other than maybe Deadly Poison. And I don't want to pivot to Deadly Poison unless I feel like I need to. I don't. It does seem like a pretty low upside choice, though. It's like only wins us. It spends 100 gold and wins us the slime boss fight, basically. But we're probably winning that anyway. Also, Dagger Spray is pretty decent in the slime boss fight. We could just remove a defend and Dagger Spray. We pick up Panic Button if we're trying to draw a bunch of cards and have a big finisher turn. Panic Button costs 0. Blocks out, basically. I do like Panic Button. It's also super good against Slime Boss, because it's like, you can just block the big attack turn. And we could buy an attack potion with it. It's kind of a wild choice. So, okay, so we've got Dagger Spray card remove, we've got Panic Button, Attack Pot, and we've got Cultist Potion. Those are sort of the 3 lines I think are best. I guess Blade Dance card remove is also in there. The only one that buys the Attack Potion is the Panic Button line. I guess we could, like, Dagger Spray Attack Potion if we wanted to. It's a little bit less efficient. Is this a Panic Button deck, really? We're trying to draw lots of cards and discard stuff. Which sounds like a really reliable strategy, right? Like it's highly resilient to like wounds and stuff. And Panic Button is like great if you aren't reliable. You know, it's like, oh no, my deck fell apart this turn. Panic Button, you know? So I don't think we want Panic Button. I think I'll just take Dagger Spray card remove. It's not exciting, but it's okay. Alright, and then I think I'll take the fight. We got a bunch of health, so let's spend it on getting a card reward. Alright, we've got Big Slime and then Boss Slime. Let's Dagger Throw and see if we find anything spicy. Nope. It's probably Survivor Defend here, and we'll throw in the backstab. He splits at 35, so we can do 16 damage to him. This does 13. So that's great. We don't split him yet. And we get a good split next turn, hopefully, with Finisher. No, this is a terrible split. But it's better than taking 4, right? Yeah, this is why you don't put Reflex in the deck. We don't have any backflips yet, so it's a little bit hard to get that to pay off. Looks like we can come out of it okay, though. Just lost a couple of health, that's fine. Nightmare is being offered. So if you get like Nightmare and Finisher and like an attack that costs 0, like a Neutralize or something, you can really go off. So I think I'll go for Nightmare. We get another upgrade here. Gotten a lot of them so far. Did a really good job of maintaining our health this act. It's kind of between like Nightmare and Footwork for me. Footwork's got a really good upgrade, but so does Nightmare. Nightmare's upgrade kind of becomes bad if you pick Snecko Eye. But I think this actually isn't a Snecko Eye deck, because we have like Deflect and Backstab and like Neutralize. We want to play a bunch of cards with Finisher, and sometimes Snecko Eye interferes with that. So I'm going to assume I'm not a Snecko Eye deck. Go ahead and upgrade Nightmare. Makes it a lot more playable. Okay. We can just Nightmare Backstab right now. And try and set up for a crazy Finisher next turn. It's a little bit less than 50% chance to happen. Actually, maybe it's a little bit more, given that we could draw a Dagger Throw and Reflex together. Regardless, I think it's the correct play. Actually, I'm going to restart the fight and Power Potion first. I always forget to do that. Okay, so 1,000 Cuts is probably the pick here. Poison's not that good against Slime Boss because he splits. And 1,000 Cuts is good because he can split into 4 things, so you get 4 damage per card. And do the same line as before, Nightmare Backstab, try and set up for a Finisher turn next turn. Okay, we didn't get there. Oh wait, we might still with Survivor Reflex. No. Dagger Throw actually has a 1 in 4 chance of getting it. Alright, let's go for it. We got it. So we played 1, so we'd get up to 4. So we do 33, and then 4 times 8 is 32. So we're doing 65 damage. And splitting him at like 60. It's not a great split. Maybe we just set it up so that we've got a bunch of backstabs in the deck, and we put him at like 76 or something, and shuffle. Okay, so how do we get him to 76? We do 40 damage to get him to 76. Still a bunch of damage. Still probably needs Finisher. And at least one of these backstabs. So if we do 1 backstab, that's 11 plus 16. So that is... I guess each backstab, assuming that we're going to play Finisher, is 19 damage. So currently we're doing 8 damage. And then we want to do 40. So we only get to add 119, basically. If we're thinking about it that way. Or we could double backstab and then like Dagger Spray instead of Finisher. If we want to hold back a little bit. So then we could do 33 plus 8, which would be 39, which is almost exactly what we want. Sucks to miss out on big backstab Finisher combo. I think we just do the combo now. Because if we're doing all 3 backstabs anyway... Oh, also that's a little bit more damage than I thought. Because we got the 1,000 Cuts. So we're either leaving him at 80 to break him later, or we're doing 32 more damage. Or 33, I guess. Yeah, this is a fine break. This is okay. Leaving him at 47. Alright, the slimes decide to be nice. Probably most afraid of the frail, so we'll target that guy first. And they are breaking at 23. They're splitting at 23. Alright, so we can probably split Spike Slime this turn. Okay, so he's split. I guess we could split both, technically. Or maybe. That seems bad. So let's just try to do max damage to spike slimes so that hit the little mini slimes with the lowest health they can be. I'll do footwork over defend. Defend only blocks for 3. If we play footwork, it's both giving us dex and getting out of the deck for future shuffle. We do take 12, of course, but... we can kill him with 12 damage and 3 cards. And that blocks for 10. Or I guess it doesn't block, because we were going to block out anyway. So maybe we target Acid Slime? Let's see, we want to get Acid Slime as close as possible to 24 this turn without going under. So we want to do 10 damage to him, which seems like Strike and 4 cards. So let's play Strike and 4 cards. And the other strike can go on this slime. Okay, well, we set up to split him, but it looks like we're going to have to do it with 1,000 cuts damage. Because all we can really do for this turn is block for 10 and play a slime. Finisher doesn't do anything. Taking 20. Or I guess 10. Probably be able to kill the 2 spike slimes next turn. With just 1 strike. But they don't appear to be the priority at the moment. So I'll go for this acid slime, see if we can kill him. We cannot. So we'll probably play both of the block cards. Try and preserve the life total. Get a lot of 1,000 cuts procs. There it is. Dagger Spray is huge help here. And I guess we have to strike the back slime. So we want to block out. Yeah, seriously. Welcome to the stream, Mint Shock. How's it going? There's an after image. After image seems really good with the 0 cost stuff and lots of draw plan. Nightmare. Alchemize, you can make cost 0. Unload discards reflex. Which is pretty good. But After Image is really a standout card, so I think we want the After Image probably. Alright. Runic Dome, Sozu, or Tiny House? I'm sad to say it's probably Runic Dome here. Seems like we don't care too much what opponents are doing. We mainly just, like, either we're setting up a finisher combo or we're blocking for as much as we can. And Sozu is a bit of a death sentence with no potions. We don't have any potion synergy stuff, so we could pick Sozu. Sozu is, you know, among the best of the energy relics. Sozu's probably at its worst for Silent of the classes, because Silent has access to the best class-specific potion in Ghost in a Jar. If we think that both of these are worse than Skip, then we could take Tiny House, because Tiny House is better than Skip. But I don't think that's true. Tiny House has a chance of upgrading After Image, which seems really important. I think it's probably Runic Dome. Yeah, After Image also just, like, means that we're just gonna block no matter what. As long as we, like, do our combo and play a bunch of cards. So we just have to go off every turn, and the after image will save us from whatever's happening. You got masks today. Did you get like those N95 masks, or just like a cloth mask, or like a... I live in California, so I have like a dust mask for fire season, so we've been wearing those. Let's try it. Okay. Late elite options. That's kind of nice. And then we can get a fire before this elite, or this one. Nice. Are you in the medical field? Seems like the medical PPE masks should be for the medical people. If we go through this path, we get an extra question mark, which is really good because Act 2 question marks can turn you into a vampire or ghost or ancient writing or something. Really good. Plus, there's only 2 easy fights in the Act 2 pool, and the Act 2 hard pool is way harder than the Act 2 easy pool. On the other hand, do we even want to turn into a vampire? Because we have strike dummies, so these strikes are hitting for 9. And we would also bloat the deck a little bit, because we already removed 2 strikes, so we go from 3 strikes to 5 bites. Bites are amazing, though. I think we'd probably want to be a vampire anyway, assuming we don't lose much current health when we do that. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, this guy's on a timer. Turn 1, he's blocking. Spoiler cards. There's none of my relics are counting anything, so I guess that doesn't matter. I guess we can Nightmare Finisher here, and then defend. He's hitting for 11 this turn, so defend mostly blocks, and Nightmare Finisher's kind of nuts. We're giving up 8 damage to do it, but that's okay. Alright, we're going to be Frail next turn. He's going to be attacking for 22. So we're kind of hoping we can kill him. Alright, so we can do Strike plus Finisher. So it's 9 plus... I guess the first Finisher would only do 8 damage, so maybe we do Strike, Strike, double Finisher. So that's 9, 18 plus 16 plus 24. So it's 8 times 5, basically. So that's 40. Plus 18, yeah, that's lethal. Cool. Cool. Yeah, it seems like grocery retail, you're exposed to a lot of people, so I get why you would need the super fancy masks. Wow, Blade Dance plus Dagger Spray plus and Acrobatics. Acrobatics does the thing we want to do the best, I think, but these all do the thing we want to do. Also, Blade Dance is upgraded. But Acrobatics helps us get to the finisher most frequently. And it triggers Reflex. And we need more things to trigger Reflex, so let's go for Acrobatics. Alright, do we want to be a ghost? We've got a lot of discard stuff. It's not that important that we upgrade the apparitions, because if we don't want to play them, we could just discard them. Apparitions are also a little bit scary if you are a Runic Dome deck, because you can't tell what the enemy is doing, so you can't tell when it's appropriate to block with your intangible. So I think we actually maybe skip the Council of Ghosts here. We would also lose 22 current HP, which is a ton. Yeah, so the masks don't really work for you. You need gloves. You probably already have gloves. Gloves are commodity. Yeah, I don't know when the last time I turned down the Council of Ghost was, but I think I'm going to now. It's just too dangerous. We'll stay safe for sure. It's, you know, it's not worth taking any risk. God, it feels bad to turn down this event. I know I should. I know it's really dangerous with Runic Dome. But, like, okay, if you think about it a different way, there's going to be turns when, like, early on in the fight, before I've got After Image developed. Well, I guess I'll get After Image innate eventually, but before I get After Image developed, it could be really helpful to just be like, I'm only going to take one this turn. And they're so good against the heart. Like, am I really going to block for 50 with After Image? Against the heart big attack? But I don't have any way to generate max HP. And maybe I will block for 50. I have a footwork, and if I get another copy of footwork, get them both upgraded, get a bunch of deflects, it's totally possible. Okay. Guess we refuse. Also, you have to make it to the heart, which is not nothing. Okay, so here's the upgrade probably on After Image. After Image and Footwork are probably the best upgrades, but After Image is really important for the deck, so let's get that. In the parallel line of play where we became Ghost, that was probably a whatchamacallit, upgrade. Okay, we don't know how much they're attacking for. They can't do big attacks on turn 1, I think. I think they either multi-attack or buff on turn 1. So I think the max we need to block for is 18. We're always After Imaging, we're always Dagger Spraying, and we're going to knock one of them down. Probably the highest health one. We can actually knock down 2, so we probably should. Neutralize Backstab on 1, and then finish her on a different one. Okay, let's knock down the 2 with the highest health. We could just finisher him and kill him right now. It doesn't waste any damage, but it doesn't knock down the bird. Yeah, we'll be able to get the one that was knocked down. Alright, that should be good enough to block out. Most he can hit for is 6. Oop, he buffed. Alright, these floor guys only hit for like 4, so they're not a big concern. But we do want to finish them off before they get back up. But this guy has strength, so he can be hitting for 12 now. We could draw an attack with Dagger Throw, in which case we would be able to knock him down. If not, we probably want to Footwork Deflect. So let's see what the option is. We did not draw an attack. Okay. So we're going to Footwork and then play all the cards. Yeah, that's true. The big hit is more, but it looks like we're blocking out either one. Oh, taking a little bit. They all attacked. Those jerks. We could Nightmare Reflex and get a bunch of reflexes next turn, and then Acrobatics and just like have an absolutely chock-full hand. Seems like probably not what we want to do. Let's Nightmare Reflex. Draw these cards, or Survivor Reflex rather. We could just Nightmare a Strike to be able to knock down this guy guaranteed next turn. Or not technically guaranteed, but mostly guaranteed. It feels kind of bad to Nightmare a Strike, but you don't play Slay the Spire to have good feelings. Okay, we can survive a reflex. Probably want to neutralize this guy and kill this guy. We can knock him down with neutralize triple strike, although that means we're not survivoring. We'll probably want to survivor. If we don't Survivor, then we kill him, knock him down, and then he can hit us. He can hit us for 15. But then we're playing 5 cards, so it's only 10. What could we draw that would change things? If we draw a Finisher or Dagger Spray, things get pretty different. Yeah, Runic Dome's pretty rough. This fight in particular is not an easy one with Runic Dome. Okay, we did get Dagger Spray. Okay, so now we get to kill him for free and still knock him down. So let's knock him down and then neutralize the Backbird so that we can't take damage. Okay. Dagger Throw kills you. And then we play the rest of the cards. Oh, we didn't need to play all those cards. Pretty good outcome for that fight. Escape Plan is great for doing what we're doing, drawing 0-cost stuff and playing it. We don't have a ton of skills. We're actually pretty attack heavy, so Escape Plan frequently does nothing. I guess we have Reflex and like Acrobatics and stuff. Second copy of Finisher is obviously super appealing. Makes the Finisher combo way more reliable, so we should probably grab that. Dodge and Roll also scales with Dex, so that's pretty nice with the footwork. Once again, these are all pickable. It's a little bit scary that all of my card rewards seem so good. I think it's a sign that I'm being pulled in a lot of different directions. Like there's a lot of different little mini archetypes in here, so I'm a little bit afraid. But maybe the card rewards are just being really good. I think it's the Finisher here. Are we still taking question marks to like dodge hallway fights? Because we already turned down Ghosts, and I think we might turn down Bites too. But I guess Ancient Writing is so good that we want it. We want to look for it. We get a fight instead. Yeah, I think Escape Plan is totally reasonable. Alright, he's always cursing on turn 1. Let's see what this gets us. Okay, we can Nightmare Backstab next turn. And because they are copies of the thing that get added to our hand, their cost does not get randomized. That means we're skipping Footwork, but I think we probably want to skip Footwork. Okay. We did get our Finisher. We also get a 0-cost Survivor. He can be attacking for like either 18 or like 10, I think are his things. Let me look him up. We're gonna have to pull up the wiki a lot for this run because this is a Runic Dome run. So let's get used to it. We're looking at Act 2 monsters. And this is Snecko. Alright, his attacks are 10 or 18 damage. And sometimes he hits really hard because the 10 attack vulnerables you. Okay, so we're not going to try and fit in the defend. We're going to just Survivor because defend's expensive and we have tons of damage. So let's do all the damage. And then we're only taking 1 damage if he picks the big attack, which he did. Wait, what? Why did I take 4? Oh, it's 18. I thought it was 15. The wiki was right. I was wrong. We either skip Finisher or Defend, which is rough. Or I guess we could skip Neutralize, but then Finisher only does 6 damage. And Neutralize blocks. So maybe just strike, neutralize, defend. He's either hitting for 10 or 18. Most likely 18. Yeah, I guess I don't want to take 18. So I'll strike, neutralize, defend. It's a pretty weak turn. But it does some damage. Strike is lethal, but we can't afford it. We could footwork, defend. That's about all we can afford. Hope we get 2 strikes next turn. I think that's pretty reasonable. Okay. Okay, there's the tail whip. So now we've got to kill him this turn, or else he's going to hit us for 25 or something. But looks like we can. Oh gosh, we missed. Oops. Yikes. Oh wow, we have no damage this turn. He's at 1 and surviving. Okay. Second footwork is pretty great. Let's just snap that up. Probably resting here. We don't. The best upgrades would be our footworks. We don't super need those. Finisher's also a good upgrade. All right, now I would turn into a vampire, I think. We could duplicate a card. What card would we duplicate? Maybe Nightmare? Nightmare Plus is pretty good. Ooh, maybe After Image Plus. Yeah, 2 copies of After Image. Okay, let's do that. Alright, this is about to get weird. So we got After Image, Backstab, Neutralize, Defend? Seems like a good idea. We're still probably taking a bunch of damage. Yep. Only 11 though. If we draw an attack, can we finish off Backslaver? So Dagger Throw, the best attack we could draw is... I guess we could draw Reflex and discard it and get 2 attacks. Best one's probably Dagger Spray. So if we Dagger Throw, Dagger Spray, then we do 8 plus 9 is 17 plus 16. 17 plus 16 is only 23, or 33, so it's not lethal on Backslaver. So let's Dagger Throw, and then probably double defend. Yeah, finisher's not good. Alright, still probably taking damage. Yeah. Alright, and now we're vulnerable as well, which is pretty scary. Reflex with no way to discard it in a very dangerous fight. We're probably dying here. So we have 17 damage, not enough to kill Red Slaver. We were a little bit too slow in this fight. We'll go ahead and Nightmare Footwork. I'm not sure why, but maybe it ends up being good. And then play a Footwork. If we're going to survive, we have to pull off a Miracle, so playing extra Footworks seems like a good way to pull off a Miracle. It's probably not happening. Yep. Okay, that wasn't really Runic Dome's fault. That was just like, I tried to play a Shiv deck and didn't pick any Shivs. I'm not really sure what the plan was there. I was like, I'm gonna draw a bunch of cards and like discard Reflex and stuff, and then I like just didn't. My only card draw was Acrobatics. I wanted to add like 3 copies of Backflip to the deck, but didn't see any, so then we died. Maybe that second finisher was a mistake. Maybe I like overcommitted to that kind of silly plan. But probably the Reflex was the wrong choice. Like just really sent us down the weird path and we died.